What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be going over my updated Memento deck profile. I don't even know if I've done a first Memento deck on this channel. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But yeah, we got like one new card. Yes, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm not running the Goblin Biker build, but I'll show you what they do for the Goblin Biker build. But yeah, anyway. So we have the one boss monster, which is Combined Creation. This is a 5,000 beat stick that can shuffle 5 monsters from your spell or from your graveyard into the deck, or extra deck, and special summon himself. And then he has like an effect on your opponent's turn. If your opponent activates something, you get special summon one from the graveyard, a memento from the graveyard, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. But there's combos and stuff that goes off with that. This deck is crazy, by the way. It can go through so many hand traps that your opponents use, and it just keeps going, and it just has so much gas when it gets going. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Tri-Horn Dragon is Memento Horn Dragon. Sorry, it used to be Tri-Horn Dragon. So this one is basically just you search it. The only one of you search it, and then you go for you can special summon it if there's 3 mementos in your grave, which is easy to do. But it's used as like an extender. I use it away for link plays, but yeah. Next one card starter is Tatsuno Shigo, which is the horsey. Basically, what he does is if you control no monsters or memento monsters, you can special summon him, destroy him, which is their whole gimmick, and then you can send monsters up to the level. So you can send 2 1s and a 3 or a 2, whatever. And I'll show you which ones I normally send with those. But yeah, pretty cool. The next one we have is Akahiron, which is the new card out of Rota. It is ugly, but it's cool. So basically what it does is you kind of want to get this one in the grave. If he's normal or summoned, level 9 monster. So basically your Combined Creation and your Creation King can attack directly for an OTK, which is exactly 8,000. That's the idea, but I don't think that's the main reason to use it. If he's destroyed by a card effect, you can target momentum monster that's banished or in your grave and add it to your hand, which is cool. It helps a few different plays. And then if a memento monster in your hand or face of the field is destroyed by battle or card effect while it's in the graveyard, special summon it. So like kind of what you want to do is you try and get rid of it with the likes of there's a few other cards that mill and stuff and get it to the graveyard. So basically what you do is you want it to grave, then activate one of your monsters effect. Let's say you destroy this, then this special summons itself and then gets another piece of the puzzle from your graveyard back to your hand, depending on what that is, whether it be the fusion spell or any of the monsters, if you haven't used your normal summon, you know. Let's move all these bad boys up for a second. Okay, the next one is Darkblade. 3 Darkblade. Darkblade gets you into your Angwitch. It is a normal summon, but it is again your 1-card starter. So you're running 6 1-card starters so far. He has an effect to destroy spell trap, but we don't use that. So all you do is basically normal summon him, destroy him, and special summon Angwitch, and then Angwitch is your 1-card starter as well. I would be running 3 Angwitch, but I don't actually own one. So I'm sure I can show you what card to take out for that if you don't know. But if you have 3 Angwitch, absolutely run 3. This one basically is just your searcher. So your Stratos, normal or special summon, add a memento card. And then when it's on the field, you can destroy a memento card. And then special summon 1 level 3 or lower from the grave. Which will go into those effects as well in a bit. One from the last set, Sleepy. Sleepy is your poly monster. If a monster has been destroyed this turn, basically what you do is you search this. If your monster has been destroyed, you can special summon it and then fusion summon. So you go into either one of your 2 fusions. If he's destroyed by battle or card effect, send a memento card from your deck to grave. So it also could be the one to send Akahiron, which is kind of nice. Yeah. The next one is Gaddock. Gaddock is definitely one of the coolest cards and pivotal to this deck. And I'll explain why. Because I'm running a Shaddoll kind of version. It's only a very, very small engine, but we'll go into it. Gaddock, basically, I send with Tsuchinigo. Gaddock gets you... Gaddock special summons itself when it's destroyed. So then you have a level 2, and you can go into your Link Sprite. And then your Sprite will send Falco. We'll go into it in a sec. But that's what that's for. Leave it on the field till it be linked off into Sprite. Sprint, I think it's called. Other than that, when it's special summoned, you get to... take a card in your grave, a memento card in your grave, and add it back to your hand to keep going with your plays and stuff. The next one is Mace, which is a 1-card starter in itself as well. Basically, you can summon this, destroy it, and then it searches any memento card. Excuse me. Again, another one card starter is Goblin, and this is why people run the Goblin Bikers. So the only difference in the Goblin Biker version is you're running 2 Goblin. So the Goblin Biker card, it's a brand new card out of Rota, and it basically just destroys a card and searches or special summons a Goblin from the deck, and that's why, because its name is Goblin, that's why we can run it. And this is a 1 card starter as well. So basically what you do is you summon this, destroy it, and then you can send 2 cards. So you can send the likes of, if you can special summon this with the Bikers, let's say, you can destroy Gatic and you can destroy Anduich. And then Gatic will special summon itself, giving you back the Anduich, and you can normal summon the Anduich if that's the case, you know? So you can do that, and that's why it's a 1 card starter. So that's it for the Memento monsters, and I probably will run the Biker version eventually. I just, at the moment, still like the Shaddoll bit, but I'll show you the Shaddoll bit you can take out for the Goblin Bikers. Fairly normal 3 Ash. I don't have this connect in a way, but hold on. So we'll go 3 Imperm as well, just to show you the hand traps. Not many hand traps, but this deck goes gas, so you don't really need hand traps as much. Just some sort of interruption for your opponent. Okay, so this is the Shaddoll part. So this is Shaddoll Falco, and I'll just show you the card you use for now. So we use Sprint. So basically, Sprint requires a level 2 monster and another monster. So what you do is you use Gatic. Gatic special summons itself, gives you back your stuff you need, and then you go into Sprint. Sprint sends a level 2 from deck to grave, which is Falco, and then when Falco is sent, it special summons itself back in face down defense position. And then you can use the likes of Memento Fusion. Because it's face down, you can still use it as a fusion material to fusion that and a dark monster and go into Winda, and it stops your opponent from doing stuff. So that's the reason for that. Let's put that back so I can show you in the combos, or show you in the deck profile. Anyway, one of the best cards as well is Bone Party. 3 Bone Party. All you do is destroy a Memento and special summon a Memento in defense from your deck. It has another effect. It can banish itself and inflict piercing. Fusion, then, again, one of the best cards in the deck. It can fusion like a normal card. It also can banish itself to search any Memento card when you destroy a monster. But yeah, it's amazing. The one field spell, the field spell is searchable off Creation King. Creation King has an effect that we'll go over in a bit. But it can search it as well as the likes of Mace searching it, or Mace and your Fusion. Yeah, so you can search it in many different ways. And what it does, is if a monster is destroyed, let's say Tachinigo is destroyed, you activate the field spell and you can special summon a Memento monster from the grave that's a level lower than him, and then you can get their effects off that way. Yeah. Next of all, okay, we'll get rid of those. There's Memento spells. Okay, the next one is 2 cross out and 1 call by. Just stops your opponent from doing stuff. I mean, I know I'm running more in the side deck, all the hand traps and stuff that you can side in if you want. But just to stop the ashes and stuff. Look, maybe this is the thing you can change if you want. The 1 prosperity for the Goblin Biker stuff, I mean. The 1 prosperity and the 1 Rota to search for your Dark Blade. And our last 2 cards is the 1 combine or Cranium Burst, and the 1 that can only be 1. Cranium Burst is searchable with the likes of Goblin. You send this, and then the field spell at the end of the turn sets it back to your field. So you can use that, and it's basically make sure Combine Creation, the boss monster, Appaloo's on the field. And then there can only be 1 because you're running so many different monster types. Your opponent can't. Sometimes it just locks opponents out of the deck completely. It's at 1, so that's why we're running it at 1. Yeah. Okay, we'll do the extra deck first, and then we'll go into the side deck real quick. So this is Creation King, and Creation King is a board wipe as well as sending 3 Memento monsters from deck, so it can send it from the extra deck as well. So you can send a Creation King, banish Creation King to search for the field spell, and that's how that works. Other than that, you're just filling your graveyard, which is what the whole deck does. Guardian Chimera, because you have a spell effect, you can use his effect, and then special on him, and it's a good card. Dragos Stapelia, because you're running fusions, you can fuse. Memento Twin Dragon, so basically Twin Dragon summons itself. You can destroy another monster, but normally you destroy Twin Dragon, and he searches. So he searches 2 Memento monsters. So normally what you do is, if you don't have Combined Creation and Trihorn Dragon, you'd search those 2. And then when he's destroyed, he gets a special Memento from the Graveyard to activate your effects against the likes of Mace and Goblin to keep your plays going if you do have them in the grave. And then the last one is the Winda. So yeah, Winda is just stops your opponent from doing stuff. You can only special summon once per turn, which is really, really nice. And you can see how you can easily cheat that monster out. Because we do have a couple of level 4s, Abyss Dweller. Change that for whatever you want if you want. Underworld Goddess. Just a good card to wipe your opponent's board of any pesky link monsters. Access Code Talker just to finish the game. Celine, because we are on Anduich, is a... Where is Anduich? Anduich is a spellcaster. So we can do... Even some end plays would have IP. And Combined Creation has the effect that if your opponent summons a monster, you can special from the grave. So normally you'd summon the Anduich from grave. Anduich would search you Mace, which Mace in hand is a hand trap when Combined Creation's on the field. And it steals one of your opponent's monsters. So you have the likes of IP, let's say. Normal, let's say, fields would end with IP Combined Creation. So IP would get use itself and the Anduich and summon out Celine. And then Celine is a special summon back the Anduich whenever. As well as not being able to be destroyed. So yeah, then we have the Phoenix just for pesky back row. Dark, because it's dark, it's cool. Sprite Sprind, which I showed you, the Shaddoll thing. And then Anima, because we do run a couple of ones. So just in case you need to get them in the grave and not destroy them, you can use Anima and stop your opponent. If, you know, it's all just in case. It's just in case, just in case. Okay, the extra deck, or the side deck, sorry, is one Nib. If it'll focus, one Nib, one Shifter, Mourner, Ghost Bell, Ghost Ogre, Effect Veiler, another Mace. You can run Mace at 2 because like that is a 1-card starter. 2 Dark Ruler and the 3rd Crossout. The 1 Foolish because it works kind of with the whole deck. 1 for 1, like I said, we're running a couple of ones. Feather Duster. And 3 Evenly. Depending on what your opponent has or you need or whatever, you can side this deck in. If they rely really, like if they have 1-card starters and really rely on their board, you can side out a couple of stuff to more board breakers or hand traps based on what you actually need. So yeah, that is it for the deck profile, guys. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and good luck.